Hey everyone, welcome to the 12 Man Insight Podcast. I'm Mo. I'm here with your boy Tommy. Tommy, man, what a week of free agency, man. That is quite an understatement too, man. I don't know how to describe this, but we got a lot to get to, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. A little bit shocked at everything that's been going on, but otherwise doing great. I mean, what a weekend! What an early week. Seahawks have been busy.
Crazy, crazy. Well, let's jump into it. First news that came out Friday: Geno Smith, quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, traded to the Las Vegas Raiders for a third round pick. My man Geno, gets back to his old coach Pete Carroll and is gonna lit it up in Las Vegas. Man, I'm happy for the guy. Looks like before, man, I was like, hey, what are the Seahawks doing? Are they serious about winning this year? Because my ideal situation was, we keep Geno for 2 more years, 2 to 3 more years, draft somebody behind him, and so you have that kind of Alex Smith, Mahomes kind of situation, right? Hopefully, you hit on a great quarterback, and you got your bridge quarterback for now, and then you transition to that way. So, but there's been reports out there that the Seahawks did make some offers. They offered the Baker Mayfield contract around 37 mil. They also offered a 2 year, 40 to 45 mil to Geno Smith. It looks like Geno Smith didn't want to be here. I think he wanted to play with his old coach.
Yeah, I mean, that situation was obviously surprising. That was shortly after the DK Metcalf had requested a trade, but that to me came out of the blue Friday. Honestly, I really like how Seattle went about it. You know, I agree. I like the plan, but if the way we got Geno Smith was just, get him as a backup, let him play behind Russ. Then he developed into our starter. Okay, he had some good years with us, and we couldn't agree on a contract. He wanted 40 to 45 million a year, and we got a third round pick out of him, And of course, there's always questions like, can you have like who you're going to replace him with? And at that time, we didn't. But to get a third round pick out of Geno Smith, if you would have told Seahawks fans that, I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, what do you think the reception would be on that, right? So
True.
it 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 is it's really good process. It's really good. Everyone can have an opinion on, Gino and what he did, but I've got no hate for Gino. I'm happy he ended up in a great spot. He gets to reunite with Pete. I think that's a really, really good spot for him. Hopefully, we'll see if they reunite him with Tyler Lockett. But I'm happy for the guy. Gino is going to go get paid in Vegas, and that's good for him. And he gave us some good years, and we appreciate that. But it was a good process move by Seattle, not paying him that much at his age,
Hmm.
and looking for other options. I mean, I definitely appreciate how John Schneider went about that.
I think we discussed this on the pod a couple of times, Tommy. Like, what money are you comfortable paying Geno? And I think there was a limit to that, right? And I think the Seahawks went about it, responsibly. A lot of people are mad out there, especially Geno fans. There, the fan base is divided. So you got half of Geno fans, you got half of Geno haters, but you often don't see anybody in the middle, right? So like kind of giving kind of acknowledging Geno's limitations, but also acknowledging Geno's strengths as well. So that's what I consider being in the middle. So you don't often see that, but I think the Seahawks went this responsibly because for a 35-year-old quarterback, Tommy, a large deal doesn't make sense. And I don't know what the Raiders are going to pay him, but I think John Schneider was responsible in this matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I truly love the process about how this unfolded. I think Seattle handled it really well. I think we set up Geno nicely. It's not like we sent him to Cleveland. We reunited him with Pete Carroll. Um, we sent him to a good spot, and yeah, it was just a very responsible move by Seattle. And I'll say it. I'll say it. Like a lot of people were trying to get it out of me that they wanted me to say, "Oh, Geno's a bad quarterback." I don't know. Geno's a good quarterback. He is. The Seahawks traded a good quarterback for a third round pick, but I think that the way Seattle went about it is just very, very good. I'm in on it. I like the way they went about that.
Yeah, and Seattle always treated its players with respect. They, always made the best offers possible. But let me ask you a question, Tommy, because I've been seeing this on social media, and I do agree with it to some point. A lot of people are saying Geno Smith didn't want to be here because of the, you know, negative, media, negative fan base. Especially I don't know if you saw like those 8 pictures, those AI pictures around social media. So there was a lot of there's the 50% that hated Geno Smith really hated Geno Smith to the extreme. Like I haven't seen like other fan bases or um, you know, other teams that really go beyond. Maybe Philly is like is is one of them, but I haven't seen other fan bases that's gone beyond to like really attack the quarterback personally, right? So that you can attack a person's play, but when you attack the person's attack the quarterback personally, I haven't seen that before. What did you get from Gino refusing 2 years, 45 million? Was that because of maybe he did not want to be here because of the negative atmosphere in Seattle, or do you think he just wanted to play with Pete Carroll? Because I think he just wanted to play with Pete Carroll. That's what I think.
Honestly, I think it's just security and his contract. I mean, he's 34 years old. 2 years, he'll be 36. You're going to make a lot of money in those 2 years, but I mean, let's tell it how. After that, what is he going to make? If he's on the decline in his career after 2 years, he makes $90 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is he going to make after that? So I think he wants that extra year of security for himself. And we know Gino's a prideful guy. We see it. He thinks highly of himself, and that's a good thing. He's a confident guy. It's why he is where he is today. Um, but I think that he wanted a little bit more security, and we weren't willing to give him that because that's not where how we feel and what our timeline is. But we found a suitor that will give him that, and obviously Pete Carroll knows Gino and obviously loves Gino, and so I think he ended up in the right place. I think it's the best for both sides. I think it's a healthy breakup. The Seahawks did the right thing, and I think Gino found himself in a good spot. I think he'll help the Raiders.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Geno's perfect situation. I don't know how Las Vegas his team is built. I know they got a stud tight end. Jacoby Myers is a pretty good wide receiver. I don't know about their offensive line, but I think Geno's situation, he's the best type of quarterback where you insert him in a team that is kind of stacked like Philly, right? That needs to win right now. And he can carry you sometimes. Sometimes on some games he can carry you. Sometimes he won't. But I think it's a perfect situation for Pete because Pete's 77 years old, man. He's got a couple of years left in his coaching career. Gino's got a couple of years left in his quarterbacking career. Works out for the best.